MajorSlackVideos.
Oh yeah, welcome back to MajorSlackVideos, your first stop for easy Elden Ring gameplay. You don't need to get good, you just need to get slack. Alright, so here we are in Castle Stormveil and or Stormveil Castle, and I've rolled back to just right after completing the Market the Fell Omen boss fight. Yeah, some of you may have noticed that I deleted part 26 because I've come to realize through major exploration of the castle that there are a whopping 115 unique items to pick up in the castle, and I think there may be an achievement involved if you get them all. And it involves a lot of like hidden areas and doubling back and crawling around on ledges and scaffolding and rooftops. It's absolutely nuts, and I felt that that's going to be confusing enough as it is, and I felt that the way I originally constructed part 26 was a little confusing in itself. So I'm rolling back to this point here where we just finished the Market the Fell Omen boss fight, and we still have the 9,000 runes that he gave us. Those of you who originally followed part 26, don't worry, you're not screwed. Just that you'll be a little ahead of what's going to happen in this video. Alright, so first things first, the castle is going to have a lot of dark areas, and it would really help if we could get a lantern. A lantern will allow us to brighten up the area without having to carry a torch, and that will free up our torch carrying hand. To get a lantern, go to find the Weeping Peninsula and go to the Church of Pilgrimage. We've already been there, and we're going to ride on down to a merchant that is in the south end of Weeping Peninsula, and he has a lantern for sale for 1,800 runes. Alright, okay, so here we are in the Weeping Peninsula. The merchant is right about here. Let's put a waypoint. See this group of trees here? There's a site of grace right here. We might as well discover it while we're on it, while we're at it. Okay, so put a waypoint, or rather put a beacon there. Ignore all the enemies. We're just after the lantern. Gonna try to get all the items in the castle. A lot of them are not really, they're pretty mundane. Fair warning, you know, like 5 fire arrows, 10 bolts, 3 rune fragments, stuff like that, you know. But I will at the very least get all the important stuff. For example, there's 2 golden seeds, there's an iron wet blade, you know, there's all the important stuff. I guarantee I'm gonna get you. Okay, so let's just discover the site of grace. And this is the Tombsword site of grace. Get rid of that. Okay, don't worry about that thing. It's completely non-hostile. It's not applicable to our situation right now. So as you're riding by, don't worry about it. Just make sure he doesn't stomp on you. Alright, now, riding down. We are now riding down to... See this little green area here? We're right about there. Okay? And like I said, just make sure this guy doesn't stomp on you. But other than that, perfectly harmless. I'll show you all about that later, when we actually need it. Okay, so this is what you're looking for here, dead ahead. This shack here. We'll just get rid of this beacon. And discover the site of grace. So you can easily come back here. And this is the man we want to see.
There's been an age since I've seen a customer. How can I help here at the end of the earth?
Okay, purchase, and here's what we want. It's expensive, but it really helps. It's way better than a torch. Well, it has its pros and cons. It's not as bright as a torch, but like I said, it frees up your hand.
Safe.
Okay, you can just put it in your pouch. Put it in the pouch slot here. Torch. Okay, and every time you light it up, it gives you light. There's no timeout either. It just stays on until you turn it off. Okay, and that will brighten up areas. Not as bright as the torch, but it, like I said, it'll free up your hands. All right, next, let's get an Ash of War. We're going here to Ionia Swamp Shore in Caelid. Those of you who watched the original Part 26 have already done this. This is to get the Life Steel Fist Ash of War. And if you turn to the northwest from here and hook around the corner here, see that arch there, just look around the corner, there is a merchant here. Let's just ride by and mark him on the map. Now we're going to turn northwest and see that big white blob there, and switch over to your glintstone pebble. And underneath this arch here, just past that little flat rock there, is a teardrop scarab. We're going to blast him with glintstone pebble as soon as we get up, and this will give us an Ash of War. Follow him aggressively because he tries to run away. This is probably one of the most... There we go, Ash of War, Life Steel Fist. Everybody got that? Next, let's go to the ATM, namely Ferrum Grape Ridge. And we want to gain enough runes to level up. Your mileage may vary. I have 7,000 runes and we need about 13,000 to level up. Okay, so however many runes you need to level up to level 48. You know the routine. This is our ATM. Anytime we need money, we come here and we kill these guys. And I'm just going to cast a spell of fast farming and I'll see you on the flip side. Done and done. Got enough runes to level up. And that is it. Let's go back to the castle. Alright, now those of you who already watched the old Part 26 have already done this, so don't worry about it. Level up Endurance. We want to get our equipment load, our max equipment load up to 51.4. That's important. Alright. Done and done. Alright, now regarding loadout. Don't need the shield. This is pretty much going to be a no damage run. Let's put the Meteorite Staff in slot number 1. Let's put the Meteoric Ore Blade in slot 2. Hopefully you've got it up to +2. +4 would be great. Some of you are fortunate enough to get a Somber Smithing Stone 3. You probably have it up to +3 or +4. +2 will do fine. And a longbow. And hopefully you have a big supply of fire arrows. And that's it. As far as talismans, let's go with the Arrow's Reach for now, and the Assassin's Crimson Dagger. That is as it should be. Let's organize our flash charges. Pretty sure this is going to be a no damage run, so let's go with 2 and 6. You could even go with 1 and 7. Yeah, let's go with 1 and 7. Live dangerously. And Wondrous Physic. Take that out and we could put in the Strength Not Crystal tier. So Strength Not Crystal tier and the Spiked Crack tier. Alright, so that's our loadout. And the castle run starts now. Oh, wait a minute. Spells. This is something I like to do when I know I'm only going to use a couple spells. I like to take them all out so that it's a lot easier. We're really going to only need the Rock Sling and the Glintstone Pebble. You can put more spells if you want, but I don't like to junk up my my extra slot with spells that I'm not going to use, because it just makes it easier to access everything. So you just back and forth between these two spells. Alright, that's it. Okay, so let's start picking up all the unique items and working our way through Castle Stormveil. First 3 items are right back here. You may have already done this if you follow the original part 26. Just before the top of the stairs, drop on down here. The Furlcalling Finger Remedy, that's a multiplayer item. And here's some fire grease, and finally some Trina's Lily around the corner here. And you can just fast travel back to the site of grace, but for those who are playing on PlayStation or Xbox, maybe you got like long loading screens. I know I do on my PS4, so let's just walk back instead. But I know you can fast travel back. That makes, might make more sense in certain situations. Next, 2 ways to go through the castle. One is to go through the main gate. And if you want to go that way, well, we'll just notify your next of kin there. Or
come over here, would you?
You could talk to this guy.
You're tarnished, aren't you? I would advise against taking the main gate into the castle. It's tightly guarded by hardened old hands. Oh, try the opening right here. The guards don't know about it. You'll breach the castle undetected.
Okay, it doesn't matter what you do. I don't think it even matters if you talk to him. We're going to kill him, so his questline is going to be dead. And there are no other consequences to killing him except possibly a ancient dragon smithing stone won't be available from his inventory much later in the game. I think that's the only consequence to killing him. I always kill him, so I don't know. I only know what happens when you kill him. And the reason why you want to kill him, agree, very well.
Yes, that's the spirit.
The reason why you want to kill him,
the kind of tarnish that I like. I pray for your success.
yeah, bullshit, is he's going to take 30%. If you happen to die while you're in the castle, he's going to take 30% of your death tax. So even if you successfully retrieve your money, it's going to be 30% less of what you originally lost. So he's a real son of a bitch, and we're going to, kill him. And he's going to drop a bell bearing. We can take that back to the round table. I'll explain about that later. He's not an enemy now, so we can't target him. The best way to kill him is to get right in front of him and use your meteoric ore blade, and we're going to do the skill and then lock on and spam. Okay? Skill, boom, lock on, just spam attack, and it should be no problem. And we get this Gostoc's bell bearing and a silver pickled fowl foot, and we can now take this to the round table hold. To the Twin Maiden husks. Now, had you left him alive, what happens is after you get through a certain point in the castle, you can come back to him, and he opens up a shop. Everything available in his shop, had you left him alive, will now be available at the Twin Maiden husks here in the round table hold by offering him the bell bearing that you just pick up. Okay, so offer the bell bearing. Then you have this new option here, bell bearing shop 2. Go to Gostoc's bell bearing, and this is all the stuff he would have had in available. Okay, there's nothing we really want here. I had some of you in the original part 26 buy the Cestus Fist. that's not really necessary, because I realize now that the Lifesteal Fist can be put on the Hookclaws, so those of you who bought the Cestus Fist, well, what can I say? I owe you 800 runes. Sorry about that, I'll try to make it up to you. Okay, so that's that. Let's go back to the castle. Okay, so we got those 3 items down there. Switch over to your Meteorite Staff and the Rock Sling spell. And that's where Gostoc was. Come out here, turn to the left, pick up Golden Rune number 1. And we'll go up here. Shimmy along here. Get this completely useless rune fragments. Go along here. This is kind of tricky. Go kind of like right over by this tree here and then turn around. Instead of dropping down there, we're going to jump up here. All the way up. Over and grab this guy. Another smithing stone. And this is a Warhawk. Warhawks are absolutely hellacious. Best way to deal with them, if you can, is to just do a surprise ambush attack with a rock sling. It's an instant kill if you can get close enough. Boom, and down he goes. Okay, so make sure you take that guy down before proceeding. Next, double back here. That's where we just climbed up and dropped down. Head towards the south, towards this opening here. Get your sneak on right about here. There's going to be 2 more Warhawks. Come out on this ledge here. All the way up here, pardon me, to get the high ground on this guy. And rock sling. That guy down there, you can get him with rock sling, but you don't want to do it from this point because that tree is going to blow away some of your rocks. So make sure you slide over here so that all the rocks hit him. Although I believe that even 1 boulder from your rock sling might be enough to do him in. At least 2 anyways. Okay, so once those 2 are dead, you can drop down here. Hook around to the left. All the way to the end here and get these bolts. And we're going to double back up here. Climb up to the west. Easy now. Stick to the right side. And you're looking for this V-shaped tree here. Do not go past it as you point out to the southwest. See that pickup right there? But there are 3 Warhawks here, very neatly camouflaged. 1 there, and 2 up in the trees. Okay, do not go past that tree there. Get right about here. Target the one on the ground. Rock sling. Down he goes. Recharge your flask. Target the one. I wouldn't do the one on the left first. I would do the one on the right first. Down he goes, and now do the one on the left. There we go. Now it's safe to go out. And your reward is this item right here. Another smithing stone. And might as well collect any feathers these guys dropped. And we're good to go. Discover this site of grace. You can rest here to recharge, but be advised that this is going to respawn the Warhawk right up there, neatly camouflaged. So if you start fumbling around here, you're going to activate him rather. Probably want to take him out, so just slide right over here. See, there he is right there. See if we can get him with some rock slings. There we go. Okay, so he's out of the way. Switch over to your pebble. And now we're going to push up here. This guy here, he's the alarm. If you alert him, he's going to call 2 more guys, and then you're going to be fighting 3 of these exiles on this skinny stairway, and it's absolute hell, especially if you're not a melee character. So we don't want that. What we want is we want to ambush him so that he doesn't call in the other guys. So let's just get right here. Tuck in. Pardon me. We're going to wait till he comes back. As soon as he turns around, we're going to rush him and kill him with a couple pebbles. Wait for it. Wait for it. And go. Rush all the way almost to the top. Not quite. Almost to the top. 2 pebbles will kill him. Duck down. And hopefully you won't have alerted any of those guys right there. So now we can come out, target this guy right there. See him moving around inside? That's the next guy. So target him. Down he goes. And before I forget, get this guy. And let's go back and get this Marred Wooden Shield, I believe it's called. Marred Leather Shield. But the only real benefit of this is it's a no strike, or rather no skill shield. So if you don't have one of those yet, but it's not a very good shield. It only has 81 physical damage negation. We have a better one already. Alright, next. Couple guys in here, probably want to take them out first. 1 pebble each should do it. Okay, and as you go out here, I want to take out this guy here before you get this pickup, because sometimes he spots you and starts throwing fireballs at you. And get those golden runes, and we're good to go. Next, we have explosive barrels. Get your bow up and running. I always like to destroy these because Mr. Fumblefingers has a way of running into these, and if they're throwing any fireballs at you while you're near them, you'll take fire damage. So I just blow them away just for my own convenience, and then switch back over to the meteorite staff. And if you get right up, you're just past this post here, you should be able to target the guy on the left. Right here. Glintstone Pebble. And we got him. And don't go past the top of the stairs, because the guy at the end will start throwing fireballs at you. And he won't get you. See, we're just out of range here, but we should be able to get him. There we go. Next. Destroy these barrels. Doesn't matter if you hit him with your sword. I just like to destroy them, because in case there's any fireballs chucking around, they don't blow up. Alright, this guy. Let's just recharge. Put on our glintstone pebble. Just wait for him to patrol back. Couple of glintstone pebbles, and down he goes. And back here are the Hookclaws. These are actually pretty good. You're really wicked, just to demonstrate. Oh yeah, and I should put on my torch. Or rather my my lantern. There we go, that's the lantern in effect. Freeze up your hands. Yeah, these things are great. And the skill is quick step, so it doesn't cost you anything. And be advised that you can also dual wield them. So hold down the action button, press the attack button, and now he has a hook claw in each hand. And it gives you a different moveset. So now if you press the attack button, you get this. And as you're dual wielding them, you can also do guard counter. So hold down the guard button, and as soon as the enemy attacks you, press a strong attack and you get a guard counter. Put him down at his knees. Yeah, it's pretty wicked. Jumping attack. Rolling attack. Yeah, pretty wicked. Anyways, we're not going to use it now because they're pretty dangerous to use in these on like tight stairways and whatnot. We use them when we're like out in the open field, just for demonstrational purposes. Let's put on our longbow again. And switch back to the glintstone pebble. Alright, next. There's an item down here. throwing daggers. Like I said, not all the unique pickups are, you know, spectacular. This is the way to continue. It requires the key. The key is the rusty key, and it's found in a room up there. The guy down there, he's going to start throwing fireballs, and there's some explosive barrels. What you could do is go up here. This is another pickup we have to get anyways. And creep out here, target this guy with the glintstone pebble. And let's see what's going on up there. Drop on down. If you creep out here, you should be able to see that torch up there? Now, what you can do, this is something I've been doing a lot, is switch over to your meteoric ore blade. And we don't have a shield, so we might as well two-hand it. And you can actually use its skill to get people around corners and or draw people out from hiding. And that's what we're going to use here, because he's not going to come down unless we do something. So we could get right underneath the ladder, right about here, use the skill Gravitas, and that'll bring him down the ladder. And then we just lock on and whack him as soon as he gets there. Lock on. No problem. So long, sucker. As they say in the candy business. And up we go. And this is a neat way to get past the guy throwing fireballs there. See, there he is. What we could do is just drop down and do the Gravitas skill again right away. So drop down. And that should be enough to kill him right away. That's an easy way to get that guy. Alright? And you can roll through these barrels to get rid of them and get these Smoldering Butterfly. Get your sneak on. And we're going to backstab that guy right there. Get behind him. Down he goes. And before we go for the rusty key, let's grab this. Another golden rune. And I believe that's this entire area clear of special items, or unique items, unique pickups. Alright. The rusty key is guarded by a badass banished knight. Typically what happens is when you leave Gostoc the Gatekeeper alive, when you go in this door right here, there'll be a cutscene and then you'll be locked in. And then you have to deal with the banished knight basically in melee mode, because there'll be no way to sneak up on him. The game pops you out right in the middle of the room, the knight spots you right away, and there's no way you can sneak up on him. But now that we've killed Gostoc, who is the fiendish author, if you will, of this nefarious scheme to lock you in with this guy, now that he's dead, we can just open the door, and once we go in, we're not going to get locked in, so we can sneak up on this banished knight. Don't worry about your lantern. Get right behind him. And the procedure is, let me just explain here. The procedure is, we can whack him instantly. He's really dangerous, but we could do the backstab, Gravitas, lock on, and strong attack, and then an attack. I'll put the list of the combos that you have to do, and you can instantly kill him without taking a scratch. Okay, so once again, that's backstab, Gravitas, lock on, strong attack, attack. Right? That's the plan. Let's do it. Backstab, Gravitas, lock on, strong attack. Actually, I occasionally do a charged attack because I feel if I have enough time, I can pull that off. So that's another option. So that would be like backstab, Gravitas. Make sure you lock on right after the Gravitas, because the backstab will remove your lock off, your lock on, then lock on, and then do a charge attack, or do a strong attack. But if you do a strong attack, you're gonna have to do another attack to finish him off. And that's how they take him down hard and fast. You're going to be meeting a lot of these guys. It's going to be the exact same routine with everyone. Get up behind, backstab, gravitas, lock on, strong attack, and he's done. And this is what we want, the rusted key. And don't forget this item over here. The curved Sword Talisman. We're going to put that to good use right away. Let's take out the Arrow's Reach Talisman and put this on here. Enhances your guard counters. So now we're going to get 20% extra damage every time we do a guard counter. And that's that. We got the talisman, we got the rusty key. Now we can proceed because we have the rusty key. Done and done. Let's go back to the rusty key door. And I believe this is where I left you. If you follow the original part 26. And you can fast travel out from this point. So if you wanted to follow along and pick up all the items that I just picked up, all you have to do is just fast travel back to Stormveil main gate and do everything I just did from that point, and you will get all the unique items that I just pointed out. And you will have already killed the Banished Knight and have gotten the rusty key. So everybody, regardless of which one you followed, the original part 26 or the new part of 26, is on the same page at this point. Right? And let's recharge. And did I get this around the corner? Yes, I did. Okay. Now, Glintstone Pebble up and running. Up the ladder. Hunker down, get your sneak on, turn to the right. Here's a guy right there. Creep just close enough to kill him. Then get your bow. This guy right here sitting beside an explosive barrel. Let's just shoot the barrel. There we go, that's what I meant to do. Anyways, make sure you hit the barrel. Instant kill once the barrel blows up. And we're good to go. Next, that item there, we have to jump across this gap first. That we can only get once we get up top. It looks like we can somehow get it here, but you can't. You have to go way up top. For now, let's go get this item down here. Some fire grease, and that's what we're gonna go for next. Probably want to hook up your meteoric ore blade, two-handed, and we're going to jump this gap here. Alley oop. Okay. And this is creep up. Just enough to peek around the corner. Use the camera to peek around the corner. And there's a guy down there. This guy is going to take 3 glintstone pebbles, or yeah, let's go with that method. 3 glintstone pebbles. So pop out. There we go. Okay, and switch over to your sword, two-handed. Creep up to this corner here. You can see another guy just around the corner if you move your camera around here. Now, this gravitas skill goes through walls. So we can actually kill him by just doing the skill here a couple times. Okay, so just press the skill button. And again. And down he goes. Okay, real sneaky. And we're good. And that's how you get this item here. The brick hammer. We don't have enough strength to use this, but if you're a melee build, requires 31 strength. Yeah, so we're not going to be nowhere near that. Okay. Now we're going to have to double back and climb the ladder again in the rusty key room. back to the room that the rusty key opens. Okay, the first time we went that way. Now we're going this way. Get your creep on. Creep up just like this. Use your camera to peek around the corner. See this guy right there. Once again, we could just use the gravitas around the corner sneak attack and should be one shot. That's it. Up here, target this guy. Backstab. And get this item here. The silver pickled fowl foot, which increases your discovery for 30 seconds. No, I think it's 3 minutes. Your discovery is how much chance you have of getting unique items, so or getting any items at all from enemies. That's your discovery right there. It increases it by 50 for 3 minutes. So if you want more stuff, take the silver pickled fowl foot. And whoops, watch it now. No items here. Okay, another badass knight up the stairs. We're not going to use him, go for him first. First of all, I'm going to go along here. And get this item here. Some mushrooms. And there's another item across this gap here. You're never going to make that jump. We're going to have to get that another way. Okay, get your sneak on. And you're going to get right here and use the camera to peek around the corner. And same routine on this knight. Sneak up, backstab, gravitas, lock on, strong attack, or charge attack. See, that's why I prefer strong attack, because it's quicker. I went for a charge attack, and it's really iffy if you go for a charge attack. If you get a charge attack, you can kill him right away. If you, if you get a charge attack, you kill him right away. If you do a strong attack, you can get it off faster, but you have to do another extra attack afterwards. Anyways, I got greedy. I blew my no damage run, but I'm still alive. Alright, so before we go upstairs, yeah, I'm just gonna do strong attack henceforth. This is a really tricky jump. There we go. And right here, let's jump down here, and this is how to get that item I pointed out earlier, an Arteria Leaf, right? And that's that. And see if you can jump on that ledge there or across there, so you don't have to double back too much. Alley-oop. There we go. And then we just got to jump this gap here. Alley-oop. And that's it. That's every item in here. That's it. That's all the unique items up to this point here. And there's a site of grace here. Take a little breather. Lick your wounds. And recharge. Now, keep in mind that this is going to respawn all the enemies. And I want some payback. And there is an item over here. Should be able to make that jump without alerting him. Yep. And you don't have to jump here. You just shimmy by here and grab this, some Drawstring Fire Grease. Yep. Okay, time for some payback. Nobody spanks Happy Face's ass and gets away with it. Nobody! Payback! Bitch. There we go. That's the way that was supposed to go down. And we're done. I'm gonna call it. That is part 1 of Stormveil Castle. Almost a no damage run, but I got greedy at the end there. Anyways, like I said, backstab, gravitas, lock on, strong attack, and you'll take down those guys, no problem, no damage. Thanks a lot for watching, and if you thought this was remotely entertaining and or informative, you know, did you give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and post a comment, and I'll see you next time for part 2 of Stormveil Castle. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page, and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes, alright? Thanks a lot, really appreciate it.